Hashem Yahav Elohim, Shalom Adbarak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who catches this message. I had to get us away from traffic. Loud. 14 people in YouTube land. 15. 15. Ah, ah, ah. Thank you all for joining the party. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon each and every one of you, your families, and your circles. It's time for a party. Today's party is called No Automatic Withdrawals. I'm en route to the park. Figured I'd talk to you while I'm on the way to the park. You're welcome to drop any comments that you'd like. I do have an agenda though. Normally we would get together to speak on ethics in entrepreneurship. That was our series from the first of the year last year for about 9 months, I think. About 9 months, I'd say. We covered this, we covered that. We got to the point to where we were in Juz 5 of the Quran. We're going to take it step by step. Read all 30 Juz. That's J-U-Z. There are 30 equal sections in the Quran. It's actually meant for you to take one day and read, focus, study each particular Juz. And it is a very deep, in-depth read. It is not light. It could take you an hour. It could take you 2 hours because it's not something for you to speed read. People have gotten into the point of where I think you're supposed to rush through everything. Everybody's in a rush, in a hurry. To do what? To go where? Now, when it comes to doing righteous things, most people don't want to be in such a hurry. They want to wait. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. Just walked up a hill. If you don't watch your breath, you might lose it walking up a hill. So, why is it that today's party is going to be based on no automatic withdrawals? You see, in today's society, people have gotten caught up in automating everything. And then would be the same one to turn around and complain when the service doesn't come to you correctly and you have no one that you can speak with about correcting circumstances because everything has been automated. That means that there's about 5, maybe 6 problems that are general questions and concerns that most people have. And the automation is to just refer you to one of those problem areas, one of those hot topics. And then what if your particular situation doesn't fall into one of those categories? Well, that's when you get referred to someone who can help you. And you might have difficulty then with your conversation concerning communication. Do you share the same English mode? Is it the same first language? Because sometimes dialect holds people up. I'm going to stop for a second and pause. It's one of my favorite signs on the walk. The sharp eye will see a dalet there, even though it really just says sustenance, textiles, occupation, purpose. Some will see a dalet. Lemon Bryce, I see you. Hashem Yahav Elohim, Shalom Barak. Crazy Kid Basketball, I see you. Moon Blueberry, I see you. Hashem Yahav Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who is in this party, everyone who catches this message, and thank you for you all joining in. So, If you know anything about auto pay, it can be set up for you to receive your salary pay. If you get paid by the month, if you get paid by the quarter, if you get hourly pay, you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, it can automatically be sent to your account. Whereupon, whatever bills that you may have accumulated, they can be automatically paid because they can be withdrawn out of your account where you are automatically placing your currency that you earn for your wages. All of this auto cycle going on. Nobody's touching anything. Nobody is interacting as far as human beings are concerned. It's an empty, echoing exchange. You ever have somebody complain to you that there's no jobs on the market and the job that they have is unsatisfactory and they can't stand their boss? You ever have one of them kind of people? And then you ask them, well, what would you do if you had a preference? Oh, well, that job's taken, that job's taken. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What would you do with your time if you spent your talents and your skills going out and helping other people? What would you do? Oh, I don't know if I got any skills. Not too sure of my talents. Well, number one, we're looking at the things that you hire yourself out for anyway. You might randomly go put in an application. You might randomly get hired. Then they're going to purposefully train you. So you do have certain skills. Now, the thing is, all of us are born with a certain set of natural talents. Each of us individually, uniquely, have a certain set of skills and talents. We're actually supposed to be going out and using those skills and talents to help other people. The more you benefit other people, the more you can grow as a person. We live in a society where the top topic is how can you be successful in a commercial capitalist environment. So let's look at the word capital. We know it could mean a form of currency. We understand that. We know that that's your exchange. However, it has to be under the name and under the authority of something. It's not just you exchange one rock for another rock just because it's a rock and you got a rock, I got a rock. Your rock looks like that, mine looks like this. So that's a barter or a trade. But if it's sealed by a specific group and it's authorized by a specific group, well, that's what turns it into capital representing a capital, because a nation has to have headquarters. So depending upon the capital that you exchange also designates which capital you represent. Capital is the headquarters of a city-state. What's a city-state? State can also be considered a country or a nation. A city-state is a city country, a city nation that has enough resources to support itself. It can grow its own food. It has a water source. The people within the actual populace can maintain their own order, maintain their birth rate, their death rate, and they are growing and thriving. City state. Now, that's not to say that supplies couldn't be dwindling or population falling off and things like that, because those things occur. I was giving a qualification of a prosperous city state because that's what you're looking for to claim being such a one. A city state can claim a certain set for currency, would be their capital, because it's based on the authority of the headquarters where everyone gathers to make decisions. The city state is not the area, the land, or even what is produced. The city state is in the mindset of the people who live in it. The capital location and the capital currency are all based on values of populace. To exchange that capital and currency and authority with any other capital, there must be an agreement. There are no automatic withdrawals if you are self-accountable. There are no automatic deposits if you are self-accountable, because you're going to have to put your thumbprint, your fingerprint, your breath on everything that moves across your desk. The hardest part to being a leader is not standing up in front of the people, not speaking to the people. The hardest part of being a leader is standing up with the people, speaking with the people. Because in order to stand with the people, everybody is accountable for self. Then everybody looks at everyone together as self. Speaking with people means that you say your words, other people say their words, everyone is heard. There's an exchange of information enough for one person to say, I heard you say this, this, and that. Am I correct? And then you would be able to respond, yes, that is what I am trying to get across to you. Or no, that is not what I was saying. There has to be an actual exchange of information, not just one person speaking one side and saying this is how it goes. That is not leadership. Unless you are a sighted person standing in front of people who do not have the ability to use their eyes, then it's your responsibility to make sure that you take them to safety because you can see the steps ahead. Otherwise, if you are with people who have the same capability to see that you have, you don't just jump up and say, oh, we're going over here because I can see that location. You need to give the people a reason why. If you don't have a sound reason why, then the people should have the opportunity to express one, concern, and two, the decision to be able to go elsewhere instead of you thinking that you can automatically draw at any given time. That is always uncertain. Nothing is automatic. Our sustenance comes from our Creator. Our Creator is not even automatic. Our Creator blesses whom our Creator wishes to bless, gives life wherever, and takes life whenever. It's not random. Our Creator is omnipresent, omnipotent. We are not. We can't set anything automatic. The best we could possibly say is a dawn willing, our Lord over all worlds willing, so and so happens. Before you automatically pull on someone's resources, your automatic thought should be, let me check on the person. Before you automatically think someone is going to take care of something for you, even if they said they were, you should automatically reach out. If you haven't heard from someone in a while, if the thought occurs to you in your mind, oh, here's a name for you to consider, here's somebody to think about, here's a face. Remember this face? You're standing in the checkout line. You happen to look at the badge of your cashier, and it's a name that reminds you of somebody else. Go home and reach out to that person. Once you get out of traffic and you're not driving anymore and you can make a safe telephone call the person. And not to tell them what you bought while you were shopping. Call them to find out how they're doing. No automatic withdrawals. Just because you think you call out the right name. No automatic withdrawals. Just because you think you wore the right color today. No automatic withdrawals. Just because you think you have walked through the valley of the shadow of death. No withdrawals. Nobody told you you were through. As long as a shadow can be casted, you are walking through the shadows. This is an overcast day and there's still clouds around. And there's clouds and there's shadows. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. They say the moment that you're born is the moment that you're dying. Yes and no. We go through cells, the cells pass through and then they get recycled, other cells come through instead. I won't even say recycled, I'll say replaced. People have gotten locked into living automated lifestyles. If you're automated, you are centralized. Spin around a similar cog, spinning with similar wheels, working within the same machine. The machine stays oiled and lubed, and you put your contribution in till you drop. Now, when you drop, you're replaced. The machine keeps going. The machine is automatic. You should not see yourself as automatic. You require food, you require rest, you require air, you require water. You require clothing. You require shelter. You require distraction. Now, that doesn't mean get distracted in the middle of your actual work. That means stop being distracted by jobs and toil so that you can focus on your actual work. Most of us barely concentrate 30 seconds of a day on our work because we're too busy trying to get overtime at a job. Let that one sink in. Most of us spend less than 30 seconds to 30 minutes on our work because we're too busy concentrating on getting overtime at a job. Now let's back that up. Who knows the definition of job? Who knows the definition of work? And then let's back it up to around minute 6 or 8 of this broadcast. Because now we're talking about decentralization. We have to qualify what it means to report to a job. We had to qualify what could establish a financial account that had automated opportunities for deposits and withdrawals. And the point is, we're not doing automated withdrawals, nor are we doing automated deposits, because life is not automatic unless someone puts you in a pattern. The most automatic things that you will have the chance to see are the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky, given the rotation of the planet that we live on, for your perspective to see them, whether it's day or nighttime. That's automatic. Winter moving into spring, spring moving into summer, summer moving into fall, back into winter. Those are automatic. Things that were established and set into balance by our Creator, those are automatic. Can't put a financial account on what our Creator has made. There was a time when we as a people would focus on those different times of a cycle to discern what we as a people would be doing. It's the first of the year, it's spring. Flowers, plants, trees, bushes, and everything else are dispersing what would make seeds and other life in order for it to grow through the spring and the summer on into the fall when it can be harvested. Because by the time winter comes, we need to have something in storage to last us through the winter, where there won't be things bountiful and growing. We also learned that we could alter different stages of the growth periods with different plants, plant them at different times, so that while one thing would be producing, we could look forward to the next month producing something else, so that we would have a variety. Now, if you've got 8 neighbors and everyone's growing different vegetables, then you would wind up with a variety of vegetables. Equal exchange, equal opportunities. Then no one has to pay homage to the other and come up with some form to be born as witness from the capital to exchange as capital. Because if I was growing zucchini and you had potatoes and I wanted some smothered potatoes tonight and you was trying to do zucchini and squash, we could make an exchange and then go talk to our neighbor down the street who had the squash. What's that got to do with modern society where you have to pay rent or have a mortgage until you get to the point where you've paid all that off? You automatically go to the grocery store thinking that you're automatically going to get some kind of fresh produce there, or you can at least get some dry goods or something canned off the shelf. You automatically go into your wallet and then spend money for this produce that you've gotten, even though it is not the best. Nothing like what you would have gotten from the other person who had just grown it in their backyard. Because sometimes you go to these storage places and they have all kinds of quantity with subpar quality. So it's not an automatic thing. You can even automatically check yourself out if you want and spend your money. And then you take that back home and do what you need to with it. However, it would take some work for you to find an automatic delivery service that will check for all of your needs, get your grocery list together for you, and bring it to you. Waive the charge. Here are all your needs, everything you will need for your sustenance for this next week, for this next month, until you get your next pay. This will take care of everything. And if not, you just give me a call and I'll bring you more. Go find that. I challenge you. Go find that. Let me know about it. We need to spread the word that it exists. Next time someone tells you the kingdom of heaven is nigh, do you know what nigh means? Is it near? How close is near? Because you have to consider how far is far. Are we there yet? Nah, I don't care. Where we going? Far, far away. But how far is it? Far, far away. Centralized banking depends on you to automatically place funds into a financial holding facility so that centralized banking can come around and move that capital at any given time. It's expected for you to put it there and not use it so that they can actually borrow from you to give loans to other people. And when they borrow from you, they pay you a minimal amount while charging an incredulous amount. How much of that do you get back? Well, that's the incentive. They give you a little percentage for not touching your savings account, for having a credit union account, setting up annuities and not using them for at least 30 years, waiting for the correct time and term for them to be sent to you. Set up a whole life policy and do not withdraw funds from it. Set up a universal life policy and do not withdraw funds from it. While they, the financial entities, will steadily make more increase. That's centralized banking. And if you get automated within the system, then there's auto drafts. Now, depending upon what kind of relationship you have with your clients, you might want to consider being on a one-to-one basis with people so that anytime there is communication, you are well aware of what's being said. Then you actually can address hot points instead of being in the dark when someone comes along and says, I've been trying to tell you this for months. I've been trying to tell you this for a couple of years now. There's no reason for you to be in shock because I'm also not the first person to tell you this. There's several people who have come to you and we've been trying to support you. However, you tell us to move one way and we can't tell exactly where you're moving because you're all over the playing field. We can't even tell what game you're playing. We came to this court and we're seeing you have on 8 jerseys at the same time. Selah. Decentralized banking. You would have to learn about cryptocurrency. You would have to learn about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You'd have to learn about another form of investment instead of going to Wall Street and getting shares that way. You'd have to learn about DAO. There's a different set of tokens. You have to learn how to build a portfolio, own a coin for yourself. You've heard of Bitcoin. You've heard of Tronix and Ethereum. You've heard of Dogecoin. What about Ucoin? Did you know you can establish your own coin? And when you do, you can have people invest in you. They can invest in your coin, the concept of your coin, the concept behind what service or product you present. And then there's the actual token, where you can present crowdfunding events. When you say, I need $5,000 because these materials need to be purchased, or this service needs to be provided, and this is what it's going to take to do it. I need $4,500 to provide the service. And then $500 will be dispersed back into everyone who has invested. It will be evenly dispersed. So if one person gave $4,000 and then 10 people split 500 together, we're going to split $500 between those 11 people. I think that's how that went. One did 4,000 and then 10 did 500. Yeah. $500 would be split evenly between those 11 people who invested. Because we don't want it to be where one person is getting more incentive just because they gave more. Then that turns into, well, since I gave more, then I should be able to have more say. Let's say those same 10 people and the other person, you got 11 people, and they've started a group together. They've started the Fraternal Order of Community Rehabilitation. And they've all invested some part into the Fraternal Order of Community Rehabilitation. Now, at the end of the year, if the expenditures did not outweigh the profits, that means that there is an overage. So at the end of the year, that money can be redispersed back, or you add on. Do the same thing you did the prior year, you just add on. Because this community rehabilitation program is set as a storage house for those in need. However, this is not, oh, I need your help because I'm about to be evicted. This is, I need your help because I'm seeking apprenticeship. I need work placement to set me on a career path. I want to contribute with sustenance, textiles, occupations, and purpose. I want to be a mentor. I want to contribute my services. I wrote my resume. I fired my boss. I am here to offer my services. I am here to hire myself out to those who are in need. For those who walk with the standards of Yahweh Elohim, for those who are guided by the wisdom of Ravak HaKadosh, for those who witness the life example of Yahashua HaMashiach. I want to walk the divine path and do my due diligence by giving my services through my talents. Hashem Yahweh Elohim. Subhana wa ta'ala. Subhana Rabbi Al-Hasim. If any of that checks off with you, please contact me. You can contact me through the comment section. This video will be posted, God willing, on YouTube, and then the link can be shared out to different platforms. So no matter where you see this, whatever platform, reach out to me on my profile on that particular platform. All right. Most of my profiles have links where you can go to my email. I have a website. It's on WordPress. 3P Rose of Highest Heights. There's all kinds of ways to contact me. So remember that. No automatic withdrawals. You haven't automatically made a project. You haven't automatically given a product. You haven't automatically given a service. So you don't automatically get paid. No one can automatically withdraw from you until you actually have something to show. This party's been brought to you with the mindset of Yahweh or Hubba. Our Creator is love. When you see someone in need, don't go up and ask them if they need something. You can see it. You have empathy enough to know that. Go up to them with what would remedy what they need. And if you can't help them, go find someone who can. Most important, do not bring more harm to that person's life. If you can't help them, leave them alone. When you're walking along and you're about to pass by a door and someone's either going in or out of it, open the door and hold it for them. You're walking along, somebody's about to cross your path. Stop. Allow them to walk. You take time. What's a couple seconds? See someone going along with a heavy package. Grab the package from them. Same way you'd open your arms to hug somebody, open your arms, grab that package. Here, let me get that. And then once you get the package to where they need it, you turn around, you open your arms again, give them a hug. The same hug you gave that package, you give to them, and you hug them for about as long as you held that package. 30 seconds or more will help release endorphins that will give them a pleasant feeling, a sensation, to let them know they are loved. Because love is an action. That's compassion in both Japanese and Chinese. Hashtag kindness is contagious. Hashtag kindness is free. Until next time, many much love and respect. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles.